Good morning students. Today we are dealing the subject engineering graphics. In that the unit name is projections of straight lines. In the yesterday's video we discussed about the line inclined to one plane and parallel to another plane. Here we are dealing with the topic the line perpendicular to one plane and parallel to another plane. Let us consider a problem in the topic. A line AB which is 40 mm long and perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. The end of the point A is 10 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Draw the projections of the line. Here the case is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP.
Based on the problem, draw an XY above that vertical plane, below that it is a horizontal plane. Then based on the question, the end point A is 10 mm above the HP and 10 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of it. Here in the question itself, it has given the point as A dash, it is the front view. We know the information related to horizontal plane is front view, and at the same time the information related to vertical plane, it is a top view. And at the same time the line AB is perpendicular to horizontal plane and parallel to vertical plane. So it is perpendicular to horizontal and parallel to vertical plane. So it is of length 35 mm. Then when you see it is the front view, let us draw the top view of the line AB. If you see here, the top view will be of from B, it is hidden off A. So let us mention it as B bracket of A. So when the line AB is perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP, the front view will show a straight line and the top view will show a point. That means here the consideration of parallel will show the straight line and perpendicular to the another plane will show a point. Then coming to the second model, here in the previous problem, the line perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. Now we are solving the problem in perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. Let us consider a problem, a line AB 35 mm long and perpendicular to HP and parallel to VP. The end point A is 10 mm above the HP and 20 mm in front of VP. Draw the projections of a straight line. Then from the given problem, write down the values of given data. That is AB is equals to the length of line AB is 35 and A is above 10 mm the HP and A is in front of VP is 20 mm. Then from this given data, draw the XY and mention the above the XY as vertical plane and below the XY plane as horizontal plane. Then based on the given information, A is above HP as 10 mm. So mark the dimension as 10 mm above HP Okay, this is the reference line. The point is A. Then A is in front of VP, that is 20 mm. Then in front or related to vertical plane, which is below the XY. So the dimension is 20 mm. Then what is the length of a line? Is 35 mm, which is perpendicular to HP. Which is perpendicular to perpendicular to VP and parallel to HP. So it is parallel to HP and perpendicular to VP. So let us draw a. We know the information related to vertical plane is always below the XY. That is XY, below the XY is always related to vertical plane, that is which is of top view. The length is 35 mm. The length of the line is 30, but the point A is 20 mm in front of VP. Then here it is the top view and we have to show the front view, which is at a point A dash, B dash. So from the given data, you just represents the values of point of A and point of B and the length of AB. Okay. Then we will go for the next model inclined to both the planes. Then in the previous model, we discussed about the line parallel to HP and inclined to VP, and next model is line inclined to VP and parallel to HP. Now we are going for the line inclined to both the planes. Line inclined to both the planes. That means line inclined to HP as well as inclined to VP. Here it is the case. Let us assume when the line inclined to HP and inclined to VP, as in the case of both the cases, let us assume one point called when line inclined to HP and at the same time parallel to VP. In the second case, when the line inclined to HP, let us take it as parallel to VP. So when we club these two, it will show a drawing of the line inclined to both HP and VP. When we go for the problem, the line AB 40 mm long is inclined at an angle of 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to VP. In the previous problem, whenever it is showing a inclination of with respect to HP and at the same time it shows a relation with VP as parallel. But here it is showing that at the same time 30 degrees to HP and 45 degrees to VP. That means the individual inclinations will be clubbed here in the single problem. Okay, let us solve the problem with a very simple manner. Then, based on the given data in the problem, AB as 40 mm and inclined to HP as 30 degrees, inclined to VP as 45 degrees, and A is above 15 mm and thus A is in front of 20 mm. So based on these information, let us construct an XY vertical plane, horizontal plane. There. A is 15 above. That means from the XY, draw a line which is showing a dimension of 15. That is, here the point A dash. Since the A is 15 above HP. HP related means we have to show it in the front view. The indication of front view is dash. That 20 mm in front of VP. So let us mark a distance of 20 mm in front of VP. The same point A. So A above HP, it is a front view. A in front of VP, it is a top view. The indication of top view, it is a simply a. Then what is the length of a line? 40 mm, which is making an angle 30 degrees to HP. So draw a 30 degrees line. What is the length of AB? 40. So the length of AB as 40 mm. The length of AB as 40 mm. Then we already discussed that there is a assumption is that whenever the line is inclined with both the planes, we have to assume that for one thing it is inclined, for other plane is a parallel. So draw for 30 degrees with HP, draw a parallel line for vertical plane. This is B1. Then at the same time, we have to represent further. It was already completed. Okay. Then another inclination is 45 degrees with the vertical plane. Then what is the inclination with vertical plane, which is always below the VP or XY? We have to make it as, so it is of B2. The inclination is 45 degrees. What is the length of line? It is a, already we have mentioned it as 40 degrees. So the length of line is 40. Then now comes to here. Whenever the line is inclined at one reference plane, it is automatically parallel to another plane. So here it is a inclined to vertical plane. So with reference to HP, it is a parallel. So draw a parallel with respect to. So then by turning these parallel lines to the reference, this is B1, B2 dash. Then at the same time, for this from B1 mark a turning, it is B3. Then join A B3 and A B2. Next A dash B dash, A dash B2. Then after the completion of the problem, let us justify whether we have drawn the correct or not by simply joining the points of B2 dash and B3. So whenever we have to check whether our solved problem is correct or not by showing a straight line drawing from B2 dash to B3. If you draw a very exact straight line, that is 90 degrees perpendicular straight line, it shows the given solved problem is a correct one. Here one more thing, it is A dash B dash is called the true length of front view. Next, AB2 is called true length of top view, and at the same time AB3 and A dash B2 dash called apparent lengths of the given problem. So finally indicate the apparent angles of the problem by measuring these A dash B2 dash angle and apparent length angles of the top views also, that is AB2. This is AB3 angle AB3 comma angle A dash B2 dash are apparent angles. Next, angle AB2 comma angle A dash B dash is the true angles of the given problem. Here the case it is, in the problem itself they have given the true angles and the same time true length of the problem. If it is the another model, we will go for it shows the apparent length and apparent angles of the problem. So in this model we are a very simple problem we are solving here. Okay, in the next model we will solve another method. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more videos, subscribe the DBS Talks YouTube channel. Thank you.